to make this PSP better. I know. Then we should use a camera. We should have better controllers. Then the multi-touch. Then the Freddy. Wait a minute, Freddy's lame. Bacon's better. I'll call it a PS Vita.
Hey, is that Colt out here? What are you doing up so late?
I just need to drink a water.
Hi, I'm Pox.
I'm Ragable.
And I'm Couchguy.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where every week we bring you the latest and greatest in hacking your devices or showing you how to get the most out of it or how to simply get one or what you should do to get one or something like that.
New stuff.
Taking control of thy device.
Yes. And if you remember a little show called PSP Hacking 101 that this was originally called.
100 years ago.
We used to tell people how to purchase one of these and make sure they get the right one to hack it. And today is the launch of PSP Vita, which is the successor to this PSP. Or I guess it's the PS Vita, or the PSV, as you will.
Yes, oh my god.
Vita.
PSP just sounds like something you'd get from a girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been in Japan for a while, and it's finally coming out in the US now. And it's a pretty beefy little thing that's coming out. They didn't pull any punches with this, I think.
Well, and they're charging a premium for it, so we would hope for it to be, quite the little device.
Yeah, and if you're willing to pay even an extra premium, you can get it early.
What is the street price right now of this? Are we looking at $300? I didn't see the price.
You're looking at
Ooh.
too much. This edition, first edition for people who want to buy it early and are crazy like me, was
You went and bought it. You already went and bought it. Holy crap.
$340, I think.
How much?
$340.
How much?
$340.
You are too wealthy, my friend.
Which edition of the PS Vita is that?
So this is the Sony PS Vita first edition.
So you could either go get
No.
PS
Is it the one with the 3G in it?
Yeah, so this is the one with the 3G, and it came with little deviants and a case.
Oh.
And
Well, that's not too bad, considering the list price for the one with the 3G is $300.
Yeah, it's the same price as and a 4 gig card. So that's actually cheaper than buying all these things separately. So it's not like they're gouging you.
Too much.
Too much. Well, other than the price of the unit itself.
Yeah.
I mean, for getting it early, you're still getting a deal. You're not paying above and beyond what you would if you wait a week, which is the official launch date, which is the 22nd.
You could go get the PS Vita, or you could go get the PS3 TV. They're the same price.
PS3 TV. Oh yeah, the 3D glasses one. I thought that was $500. I thought it was $499.
Nope. Anyway, they're awesome, right? The PSP Vita is going to be cool, right?
Yeah. So the specs on this thing. I was waiting to open it up on show. I was trying to surprise you guys. So you'd be like,
yay! Let's see it. Start it out. Unboxing porn. Wow.
Oh.
It's so hard to open.
And in his spare time, Couchguy beatboxes on the street for money.
So they do let you buy the games online, like the Xbox is doing. So you can buy the full game online, or you can buy the physical game in a card, which is
outdated.
Yeah, but the nice thing is, the not so nice thing is these are kind of expensive, and so if you buy the retail version, you don't have to eat up your space on this. Like Uncharted, I think was a few gigs. I think the actual card size is like 4 gigs, and the install space is like 3.2 gigs. And like mine only came with a 4 gig card, so it's like 1 gig.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how they've always been. It was like, I think my PSP 3000 series only came with a bundle pack, came with like a 2 gig card in it, and I put an 8 gig in there. But each game was like 1.5 gigs.
All right, so this is what the card looks like. It's just like a little. It's closer to like an SD card size, more than anything.
Hey, you know what, Data? Once you have your UMD or the new passport, UMD passport they're calling it, you can pack those around. But so we're talking. You got the 3G version, and now you can get a month-to-month with AT&T.
Yeah, so month-to-month with AT&T, they give you an option of 250 megabytes for $14.99 a month, or 2 gigabytes for $25 a month. So,
man.
Well, guess what?
So what happens if you go over? Do they just cut you off, or do you suffer overage charges at that point?
Well, it's prepaid, I don't know. That's an excellent question. I bet you sign up and then they say you want more data, pay more.
Yeah.
Are you actually signing a contract at any point in time?
No contract.
Okay.
So, it says it's month to month.
AT&T is the only place you can get the contractor, or only place you can get a provider through?
Well, so they are the exclusive provider. So the question is this thing locked with the carrier or not? We don't know at this point. I imagine it would be because
AT&T likes to lock.
Yeah, so some of the technical specs in this thing. This is a quad-core processor, and it's got a OLED screen, which is just like massive. It's bigger than like some of the smaller.
Probably one of the biggest ones out there right now. I haven't seen any. Well, the Zune had an OLED screen on it, and it was nowhere that big.
No. I think this is probably the biggest OLED screen on the market at the moment, and it looks really good.
Wow.
It's also pretty high resolution compared to, say, the Nintendo 3DS.
It's 960 by 544.
So
it's a 720. It's just under 720.
Quarter. It's a quarter of full
quarter.
HD 1080p.
Oh, okay. So it's a quarter 1080p. That makes sense.
Yeah, because even 720p is less than half.
Yeah. You're right. Quad-core processor, quad-core graphics chip inside of it. It's a pretty beefy little machine. It's interesting. It's got cameras on the front and the back. It's got a touchscreen a multi-touch on the front and a touchpad on the back.
I know, and I was reading that some people say that the touchscreen on the back's a little too responsive sometimes. So that if your fingers drift just a tiny little bit, then it triggers them in accidental input.
Oh.
Like I was, on the typing on the chat earlier, the whole thing's like one big button. You got the touchscreen interface, the D-pad, the knobs, the buttons, the touchscreen on the back.
You have to actually rub it against your, you have to rub it while you play.
Interestingly,
Music,
it uses a full-size SIM.
Charge it up!
You have to use kinetic energy of the motion of playing to keep it charged.
Craziness.
I wonder what happens when you drop it.
I'm not going to do that. Oh, it has a motion sensor. It has the 6-axis, for tilting and rolling and all that jazz.
So the question is, how long until your son drops it?
And will it blend?
Oh, boy. I would say tomorrow, and maybe I should take him up on that GameStop warranty. They say it covers dropping.
Yeah, you might want to think about it.
I might want to look into that if that's really true. Because I'm...
You can't... How many screens are next to you, like, they're on the right-hand side of you, that have broken screens?
Only one of the PSPs has a broken screen. The 3000. And what worries me is this is lighter, like the PS3 3000. Well, yeah. The 1000's probably just slightly heavier.
Party going on next door.
What else do we have about the PS Vita?
Oh, the PS Vita. Oh, okay, so we got a bunch of games. The big games that everybody's like pre-ordered or actually went out and bought today because they're releasing
Uncharted.
the games today is Uncharted.
Uncharted.
What? So everybody and their
About
brothers.
Little Big Planet.
There's Little Big Planet. The Little Big Planet edition is supposed to be pretty cool because it uses all the different sensors.
Because that doesn't make it complicated at all.
Yeah. They also got a new edition of the first PSP titles have also come out with versions for the PS Vita. So we've got a new Wipeout that works with the PS3, and we've also got a Lumines game, and this little Deviant's supposed to use like all the features. That's why they're packing it in. It's supposed to be pretty interesting. What else? There was a download only game that was supposed to be really good but expensive.
You kind of wonder how
Super Stardust
different.
Delta.
You kind of wonder how well Sony would do if they just started making new games for new products instead of repackaging old games every time they had a new product.
Who's been making new games, though, really?
Well, so Little Deviants is a new game. This is a new game to launch the system with.
Yeah, but you know that it's not going to be a full game. It's going to be like a little game that's like, somewhat, cheeky, and you're going to get bored with it in the first, half of the game, and then stop playing it.
I don't know. I haven't played it yet. And then Uncharted, this is a brand new game. It's not just a port of one of the other Uncharteds. It's like a prequel to the other Uncharteds.
Oh, well.
So it's...
They're going to go with George Lucas on us.
Ooh.
Which apparently that
Those
didn't
are
make
nice
any
words.
money this past weekend, but that's a whole nother story.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing you down here this weekend just to see the 3D movie of Star Wars.
I had thought about going down there.
I knew you would
Wait
have.
in line to get this, yesterday, and I'd go see the... But, there wasn't that much demand. There wasn't that much hype, so it wasn't necessary.
I
For the
wonder
Vita or
why.
for the movie? Which one are we talking about?
Both.
It'll be interesting to see if people are willing to, it sounded like the hardcore gamers are really, excited about this because it's really powerful, looks really good.
Well, for the
personally
price,
think
it's,
even
you can
hardcore
either
gamers
buy a
won't
PS
buy it.
Vita or you can go out and you can buy a real console.
It's true.
And the new one, PS3 TV has that cool, two players can play at the same time on the 3D glasses and neither one can see each other's screen.
Now, it was mentioned to me by the salesperson that you can do remote play on the Vita for like all games on the PS3, which you couldn't do with the PSP.
Which makes me mad because I was trying really hard to make remote play work.
So that's kind of interesting. That gives you like a whole nother screen to play your PS3 games remotely on the PS Vita. Which
If it really works.
For like a home where the kid doesn't have their own system, there's like just the main system at the living room TV. They could have this and play it in their bedroom and play their PS3 games. It'd probably work pretty good for that.
Or if you had a really powerful internet connection, you could actually play your PS3 from work. Except
Actually,
for...
there's one app that I wanted to talk about. I was going through the list, and the Party app.
Oh, touch my
Thing really-
in the chat. Touch my Katamari. That's already out, by the way. I was thinking about buying it.
Go touch a Katamari. But that Party app, it's almost like a chatting with anybody and everybody sort of thing. Inside of the PlayStation Network, inside of with your friends who have the PS Vita, and then with the 3G service, can you get texts and MMS?
Oh, that's a good question. And is there a
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
I think that'd be
surprised
pretty
they didn't
cool.
start
You can have
adding
your
apps
contact
to this.
list, and instead of
They
using
did.
your cell phone,
There are apps, but there's only like 6 of them or something. There's not very many yet. And that was one of the complaints. They're like, how come it only has a couple apps?
Because they didn't ask any developers to get in there and make apps.
man, this before the iPhone came out, we were happy with the 0 apps that we had. We had a music player, we had a video player, and that was it.
Well, thanks everybody for joining. I hope this gave you some insight on the PS Vita and whether or not it's worth $50,000 for you to buy it with a few games. Or...
Yeah, we're happy for Pox and his ability to go out and buy the new toys.
I'm gonna be.
It just means I get to play it this weekend. So
I'm gonna be paying on it for a while. I think. I wouldn't say it's mine so much as like the credit card companies at this point, or my soul is theirs until I pay for it or something.
Probably.
You handed that over a long time ago to them.
Anyways, I'm sure, stay tuned, subscribe to the feed. We will be doing cool things to this device soon. There's already rumors of some jailbreaking already going on, so we're just waiting on a release, and it'll be interesting. And homebrew, they already got homebrew running. They're making the hand for it, so we'll be on top of that. TwoSmartGuys.com. See you guys next week.
Laters.
Bye.
This has been the Two Smart Guys production.